Everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some huge news for Polestar fans and for Volvo as well. In the latest news, Google has unveiled its new partnership with Polestar cars and with Volvo, introducing the Google's new HD maps. Now, Polestar and Volvo vehicles will be the first to gain access to these Google Maps. Now, this is something that I'm absolutely excited for. The first thing we should perhaps understand is that Volvo has recently bought an autonomous driving company. They make autonomous vehicle software and they primarily worked with Volvo. Now, as a disclaimer, Volvo previously owned a percentage of this company. However, recently, Volvo has bought out the entire company. I actually made a video on this exact subject and it's up on our YouTube channel right now. This company is called Zenziac and they're here to provide Volvo and Polestar vehicles with future self-driving technology. So be sure to check out that video, of course, if you'd like to find out more. Now, this morning, I had to write an article about the new Google software that is coming to Polestar vehicles and to Volvo vehicles. So this article is currently available on our blog, Monument blog. There will be a link in the description. Check it out. So the latest news is that Google is introducing a high-definition version of Google Maps for vehicles running its Android Automotive OS. This new version delivers enhanced particles such as lane markings, signs, obstacles, which are not accessible previously. The new Google HD form of its vehicle navigation technology, this form is not intended for customers. It works as an additional layer and is supported through Google Automotive Service to Cars Layer 2 Plus and Layer 3 assisted driving systems. Now, the Volvo EX90 SUV and the Polestar 3 SUV, both of these vehicles are underpinned by Volvo's scalable product architecture. That's Volvo's new platform, and it utilizes Google Android Automotive operating system. So essentially, both the EX90 and the Polestar 3 will be the first vehicles to receive this new HD camera. The EX90 is said to be the Swedish automaker's flagship electric vehicle, releasing later this year, while the Polestar 3 marks the performance mark for its first SUV. Additionally, we do have a quote from the Polestar CEO Thomas Ingerleth, and I quote, "These developments are direct results of our strong relationship with Google, and it shows the advantages of integrating the innovative Android Automotive OS in our cars," says Thomas Ingerleth, Polestar CEO. Google's new HD maps supply the road data, which is then handled by each car's NVIDIA computer. With further input from vehicle sensors such as cameras, radars, lidars, it fuels the driver aid features. Google set out to develop their HD map with automakers in mind. This map provides detailed line level localization information that is key to driving forward the advancement of driver assistance and autonomous system. Google has said this in a statement, and I quote, "We're excited to continue partnering with leading automakers like Volvo to improve the safety and comfort of drivers everywhere." Now, additionally, Volvo and Polestar are providing users with convenience of remote check-in through Google Home devices. With this in mind, owners can now ask Google Assistant for updates on battery levels or preheat their car interior without leaving the house. The feature is first available in the US, while other countries will gain access later on in 2023. Now, Google declared Wave lately accessible in a couple of Renault vehicles running Android Automotive OS will eventually be present on other vehicles. Additionally, YouTube app is planned to be available via Google Play soon. Now, Polestar 3 is said to be the first vehicle globally present Google new HD map, an exhaustive and constantly updated map providing comprehensive road information. With this high-resolution map, Polestar will be able to combine their vehicle sensing technology alongside Google's precise lane level localization data to equip driver assistant features like pilot assist, as well as future autonomous driver capabilities. So this is actually quite exciting for both Polestar and for Volvo and for Google as well. With Google being able to put their operating system into Volvo cars, into Polestar cars, this actually gives Google a really powerful place within the automotive industry. Google is actually able to connect more widely with Android users, people who use Android devices. Google are more able to provide services to these people who use Polestar vehicles and Volvo vehicles, essentially benefiting from the fact that Google do not have their own vehicles And despite all of that, Google still has a lot to benefit from not having its own vehicles by simply being a third-party assistance to other companies. And a lot of other companies do intend to adopt to Google's OS. And that's the future right now for Google. And I've always thought it is really important that Polestar do have their own operating system. It's important that Volvo do have their own operating system as well. Nevertheless, I do understand the partnership. I do understand the strategic move within our industry. It's necessary at the moment. However, there might be a day when Google has their own competitive vehicle automaker. It's not out of the question for Google to buy an existing electric vehicle operator, an electric vehicle provider. It is not out of the question. Rumors has it that Apple is developing their own smart electric car. And it's not out of the question to assume that Google could end up buying a company of such. Google could buy Rivian, they could buy Lucid. There's a lot of cheap electric companies out there right now that it's clear that Google would be able to buy. It is obvious. Considering all the facts, Google, they are a wealthy company. They have a lot of money, quite similar to Apple, quite similar to Disney. These companies, they have a pile of money, and with this money, they can buy almost any company they want to, almost, I'd say. But given the fact that there's so much vehicle manufacturers right now that are just cheap companies, Google could invest in one of these companies or buy out the majority stake. It's not out of the question. Now, with that being said, before we end this video, let's just have a look at the Polestar shares at the moment. It's currently $5.65. In pre-market trading, it's currently $5.58. So since the price closed yesterday, the shares have gone down about 1.2%. But I would argue on the good news that is coming out recently about the Polestar vehicles, the fact that they have hit their milestone in 2022 of delivering 50,000 vehicles. They're partnered with Google. This is a huge deal for Polestar and for Volvo. It has a lot of positive inputs on the Polestar shares. Within the last week, the shares have more or less stabilized somewhere around $5, leaving the market cap somewhere around 11.9 billion. Now, while this still leaves the company undervalued, there's a ton of companies out there right now who are undervalued. I can list quite a few companies right now that are definitely undervalued. One that comes to mind, obviously Polestar, but another is obviously NIO. They're also undervalued. But that's just part of the EV market right now. It's losing a lot of value. Look at Tesla. They've lost so much. In the last 5 days, they've lost way more than Polestar. But of course, this is a much bigger company, much bigger market cap. They have a lot more to lose. And when they lose, it impacts their shares much bigger than Polestar. But that's the condition of the market right now. It's important that we understand it. I just want to end on that before we leave. Thank you for watching today. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment. And of course, I'll see you in our next video.